Hi, I'm Nikki Rainey from Nana's Quilt Cottage here in Colorado Springs, and I want to show you today how to make boxy pouches out of 10-inch squares. So what you're going to start with is two 10-inch squares and a piece of fusible fleece. Fuse that piece of fusible fleece onto the wrong side of one of your fabrics, and then you're going to layer them together, two fabrics right sides together, one with the fusible fleece on the back, and stitch down two sides. Turn it right side out, and then after you turn it right side out, go press it, and then you're going to top stitch right along those two edges you just sewed a moment ago. So you have two edges that are sewn and two edges that are raw. After that, I'm going to take my zipper. I'm going to take the nice finished edge that I just completed and lay it along the edge of the teeth, and I'm going to sew as close to the teeth as possible without falling off the edge, and then I'm going to sew over that top stitching line I did a moment ago. That makes my zipper lay nice and flat along the back because there's two lines of stitching on it. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull that edge over and line up the other side with the edge of the zipper, and I'm going to use my Clover Wonder clips to hold it because I'm using this to line up to know where to sew it, because I'm going to unzip the zipper and take it to the sewing machine so it can lay nice and flat when I sew it. So then I'm going to unzip my zipper here, go over to the sewing machine, I clip through all the layers, and then I'm going to sew again right up next to that zipper as close as possible without falling off, and then over the top stitching line. After I do that, I zip my zipper back up and my bag will look like this now. So I've got like a tube effect going on, pretty inside and the raw edges out here. Then what you do is if you sew across both ends and you box the corners just a little bit, you'll end up with a cute little boxy pouch like this. If I sew across the ends and box the corners even more, I will end up with a more square boxy pouch. On this one I used scraps of ribbon in the ends right here. Before I sewed it up, I stuck them in here so that I could have a nice handle to hold on to. On this one here, I took my scrap of zipper, folded it up, and stuck it inside here before I sewed up the edge. Then I can also take this pouch one step further. If I make it where the zipper's off-centered and a little bit more toward the top and sew across both ends and box the corners, I end up with this cute little gray pouch right here. If I wanted to make it into a wristlet, I take a scrap of binding, fold it in on itself and press it, top stitch the whole thing, stick it inside my bag before I sew up those edges, sew across the edge, box the corners, and then I would have a wristlet bag. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have fun making these pouches out of 10-inch squares.